Today we can learn about some other methods of estimation of missing precipitation. So let's talk about arithmetic method. In the last class we learned about normal ratio method. Today we can learn arithmetic method. Arithmetic method is a simple method used to find the missing rainfall. It is a very simple method used to find the missing rainfall. Let the missing rainfall be Px. Okay, let us assume the missing rainfall as Px. Then we can find Px as Px will be 1 by n into P1 plus P2 plus P3 up to Pn, where n is the number of intake stations. Okay, P1, P2, P3 up to Pn are the precipitations obtained in the stations 1, 2, 3 up to n. Okay, let us assume there are a number of stations 1, 2, 3 up to n. Let us assume that there are a number of stations 1, 2, 3 up to n. And n is the number of intake stations. Intake stations means nearby stations. Okay, intake stations means nearby stations. So let us assume the missing rainfall is Px, and we can find Px using the equation 1 by n into P1 plus P2 plus P3 up to Pn, where P1, P2, P3 up to Pn are the precipitations obtained in the stations 1, 2, 3 up to n respectively. And n is the total number of index stations. Index stations means nearby stations. So if you take example 2 in your course material, example 2, a watershed has 4 rain gauge stations A, B, C and D. During a storm, rain gauge station A was inoperative. So which is the inoperative station? Rain gauge A. While B, C, D surrounding A. While B, C, D surrounding A. So what are B, C and D? B, C, D surrounding A. A is the inoperative station. Okay. Station A is inoperative and B, C and D are surrounding A. B, C and D are surrounding A, which shows that B, C and D are intake stations. B, C and D are surrounding A, which shows that B, C and D are intake stations. Okay, so what's the number of index station? B, C and D. So 3. 3 is the number of index stations. N is equal to number of index stations, that is the number of nearby station, that is equal to 3. Now the precipitation recorded are 48, 51 and 45 mm in B, C and D. So PB is equal to 48 mm, PC is equal to 51 mm and PD is equal to 45 mm. So how can we find the missing precipitation using arithmetic mean method? PA, that is A is a station inoperative. So PX become PA. PA is equal to 1 by n into P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus up to Pn, where n is a number of intake station. So 1 by n means it becomes 1 by 3 because n is 3. N means it is a number of intake stations. Therefore, 1 by 3 into P1 plus P2 up to Pn, that is PB plus PC plus PD. 48 plus 51 plus 45. So it becomes 48 mm. Okay, you should check your answer. You should do the same and check your answer. Similarly, you should write these problems in your notebook. All the problems should be worked out in your notebooks. Okay, that is about arithmetic method. It is a very simple method. But one of the drawback of arithmetic method is that this method is suitable only when the rain gauge stations are closely spaced. Okay. One of the drawback of arithmetic method is that this method can be applied only when the rain gauge stations are as close as possible. Okay. That is about the arithmetic method. Hope it's clear. Now we can move to the second method. Inverse distance method. So in case of inverse distance method, we are considering a set of rectangular coordinates. Okay, we are considering a set of rectangular coordinates. For the inverse distance method, we are considering a set of rectangular coordinates. And the coordinates of missing rain gauge station. Okay, suppose the missing rain gauge station is x. Then we are assuming its coordinates are 0, 0. That is x equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. That is, we are assuming the coordinates of missing rain gauge station 0, 0. Missing rain gauge station ഏതാണോ അതിന്റെ കോർഡിനേറ്റ്സിനെ 0, 0 ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. We are assuming the coordinates of missing rain gauge station as 0, 0. Then the coordinates of other stations, that is intex stations or surrounding station xi, yi are found. First one, the first and foremost step is the coordinates of the inoperative station is assumed as 0, 0. Okay, the coordinates of inoperative station or the missing rain gauge station is assumed as 0, 0. Second step is the coordinates of other stations. The coordinates of index stations are found. Let it be xi, yi. Okay, let it be xi, yi. Third step is the weightage of the index stations are found. Weightage is equal to 1 by di square. Weightage wi is equal to 1 by di square. Di means it is a distance, where di square is equal to xi square plus yi square. Where di square is equal to xi square plus yi square. So you should remain 3 steps. One is, first step is coordinates of missing station എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ they are assumed as 0, 0. Second one, the coordinates of index stations are found out. Third step, the weightage is found out. First step, the coordinates of rain gauge stations are assumed as 0, 0. Second one, the coordinates of index stations are found. Third one, weightage is found using an equation. Weightage is equal to 1 by xi square plus yi square. So it will be more clear when you do a problem. So all of you take example 3. All of you take the course material. Example 3. In a river basin, example 3, in a river basin, station A was inoperative. Station A was inoperative. So what is the coordinates of station A? 0, 0. I have told that the coordinates of missing rain gauge station will be 0, 0. So the coordinates of A are 0, 0. It is specially specified in the question. If it is not given in the question also, you should assume the coordinates of the inoperative station or the missing rain gauge station, the missing rainfall station as 0, 0. Okay, so in a river basin, station A was inoperative during a storm, while station B, C, and D and E surrounding A. So what are B, C, D, and E? They are the index stations. Index station means the nearby stations. B, C, D, and E surrounding A were in operation registering 74, 88, 71, and 80 mm rain. So we can say the precipitation at B is 74 mm. Precipitation at B is PB is equal to 74 mm. Precipitation at C is PC is equal to 88 mm. Then Precipitation at D is PD is equal to 71 mm and precipitation at E is PE is equal to 80 mm. Then the coordinates are of B, C, D and E are given. You can see the coordinates of B as 9, 6. So for B, x equal to 9 and y is equal to 6. Next, for C, the coordinates are 12 minus 9. So x equal to 12 and y is equal to minus 9. Next, for D, the coordinates are minus 11 and minus 6. So x equal to minus 11 and y is equal to minus 6. For D, the coordinates for E, the coordinates are minus 7 and minus 7. So x equal to minus 7 and y is equal to minus 7. And the coordinates of inoperative station A is 0, 0. If it is not given in the question, you should assume it. Okay. Next, we have to estimate the missing storm precipitation of station A by inverse distance method. So now the coordinates are given. ഓരോ പോയിന്റ്സിന്റെയും കോർഡിനേറ്റ്സ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. For B 9, 6, for C 12 minus 9, for D minus 11 minus 6 and for E minus 7 minus 7. So from those coordinates you have to find DI. Then what is DI? Weightage is equal to 1 by di square, where di square is equal to xi square plus yi square. Di square എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് x coordinates the square plus y coordinate square. So let's come to the problem again. So what will be db square? The coordinates of B are 9 and 6. B യുടെ coordinates 9, 6 ആണ്. So for B, x equal to 9 and y is equal to 6. Then what will be db square? Xi square plus yi square. So x means 9 square plus 6 square. That is 117. Okay. Now what is weightage? Weightage എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? Weightage is 1 by di square. That is the inverse of di square. So you can see db square is equal to 117. So wb will be 1 by di square. That is 1 by 117. You will obtain it as 8.547 into 10 raised to minus 3. Similarly, you find dc. dc is equal to xi square plus yi square. So for C, the coordinates are 12 and minus 9. That is x equal to 12 and y is equal to minus 9. Therefore, xi square plus yi square makes 12 square plus minus 9 square. So, dc square will be 225. Then what will be WC? What will be the weightage? Weightage will be the inverse of distance. So 1 by DC square, that is equal to 1 by 225. You will obtain it as 4.44 into 10 raised to minus 3. Similarly, find DD, WD, DE and WE. Using the same procedure, you find DD, WD, similarly DE and WE. Okay, now we have obtained the weightage of all stations. Now we have obtained the weightage of all stations. Then you have to find the missing precipitation. Okay, the final step is to find the missing precipitation using the equation. Here you can see the equation. Px is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n Pi Wi divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to n Wi. Px is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n Pi Wi divided by sigma I is equal to 1 up to n Wi. So you have obtained all the values. All the values you have obtained. Now we can substitute the values. Okay, Px is equal to sigma Wi Pi divided by sigma Wi. What will be sigma Wi? What will be the denominator? Denominator will be the sum of all the weightages. That is, you can see the weightage of B is 8.547 into 10 raised to minus 3. Weightage of C is 4.44 into 10 raised to minus 3. Weightage of D is 6.369 into 10 raised to minus 3. And weightage of E is 10.204 into 10 raised to minus 3. So the denominator becomes 8.547 plus 4.44 plus 6.369 plus 10.204. Okay, that much you have to add the weightages. Then regarding the numerator, it will be sigma PIWI. So what will be PIWI? Let's consider PB. PB the precipitation at B is 74. So 74 into WB. 74 into 8.547 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus next one is 88. 88 into PWC. WC is 4.44 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus PD. PD is given in the question as 71. 71 into WD. WD is obtained just now, that is 6.369 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus PE. PE is 80 mm. So 80 into WE is 10.204 into 10 raised to minus 3. So you substitute WI into PI. Sigma PB WB plus PC WC plus PD WD plus PE WE divided by WB plus WC plus WD plus WE. You substitute the values, then you will obtain it as 77.5 mm. So the unit given is in the question, it is in millimeters. So you will obtain the value again in millimeters. You should do the problem and check whether you are obtaining the same answer. That is about the inverse distance method. So I shall explain the steps once more. First, the coordinates of rain gauge stations are assumed as 0, 0. Then that is the inoperative station. The coordinates of the missing rain gauge station or the inoperative station are assumed as 0, 0. Then the coordinates of other stations, that is the index stations, are found. Let us assume it as xi, yi. Third step is to find weightage. Weightage is equal to 1 by di square, where di is xi plus yi square. Then find px. Px is equal to sigma wi pi by sigma wi. Okay, that is about inverse distance method. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.